Breaking news. NFL star makes shocking name change. Get ready for the most unexpected name change in the NFL. Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Josh Allen has made a bold move by changing his last name to Hines-Allen. But why? Join us as we dive into the reasons behind this surprising decision and explore what it means for his football career and family legacy. The days of mistaking Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen for Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Josh Allen are over. The Pro Bowl defensive end announced on social media that he has officially changed his name, explaining the reason behind this significant decision. Allen revealed on Twitter's X that he has officially changed his name to Joshua Hines-Allen. In the accompanying video, he discusses his family's legacy and how his name change honors those who came before him. Legacy is forever, and I'm proud to carry that tradition on the back of my jersey, following in the footsteps of my family, who have worn the Hines-Allen last name with so much pride and joy, Hines-Allen wrote. It's not a struggle to finally say that this is what I want to do. This is what we're going to do. I am deciding to change my last name. I am Joshua Hines-Allen, defensive end, Jacksonville Jaguars. I've always been a Hines, and legacy is forever. Family is important to me because when you come from a rich history of athletic people in your family, and myself being the youngest one, to go to all my sister's games to know what my uncles did in college and in the NBA. Hines-Allen is referring to his sister, Myisha Hines-Allen, who plays for the WNBA's Washington Mystics. His uncle, Greg Hines, was drafted by the Golden State Warriors in 1983. His other uncle, Keith Hines, also played college basketball for Montclair State. Hines-Allen has come from a deeply athletic family, which has been apparent in his own natural elite ability. The young edge rusher secured 17.5 sacks in 2023, which is tied for second place alongside Cincinnati Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson. Hines-Allen was also named to his second Pro Bowl in 2023. His first came in the 2019 season, when he secured 10.5 sacks, en route to his securing a PFWA All-Rookie Team nod. The good news is that many NFL fans will now be able to refer to Hines-Allen without being confused for the quarterback from the Bills. Hines-Allen now has a new moniker, and the 5-year veteran has continued to elevate his game even more. Though it's premature to offer any predictions, Hines-Allen could find himself being the NFL's new sack leader in 2024 to go along with his new name. Omar Khan, affectionately dubbed the Khan Artist, has been the Pittsburgh Steelers general manager for over 2 years, assembling the roster by any means necessary. While many of his moves have garnered attention, it's largely unnoticed that he remains unattached to most players on the team. This is intentional. If this group doesn't succeed, he moves on to the next season's lineup. The Steelers are just a few weeks away from starting training camp. They will arrive at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, PA on July 24th with 57% of their 90-man roster being new compared to last year. Even though they made the playoffs with a 10-7 record in 2023, the Steelers could have 11 new starters when they kick off the season in Atlanta on September 8th. They have only 40 players under contract for 2025, without considering possible cap-related releases, and only 26 for 2026. The majority of their long-term commitments are draft picks Khan has made over the past 2 years. Given the new faces at key positions on offense like quarterback, receiver, and offensive line, as well as a new offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, and receivers coach, let's help you get more familiar with the 2024 Steelers with one thought on every player. In this 2-part series, we will start with the offense, which has only 17 returning players out of 43 from this time last year. QB Russell Wilson. Wilson isn't the player he was in Seattle, we can all agree on that, but the Steelers don't need him to be dangerous or even let Russ cook. If he makes some of the easy throws that Kenny Pickett routinely missed last year, a middling offense, led by a more accomplished coordinator in Arthur Smith, could turn into one that could win games. Wilson's leadership has been on display since the first day he stepped into the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex, and that can't be ignored. Mike Tomlin values that in his quarterback, and it might be Wilson's best attribute entering his 13th season at age 35. QB Justin Fields. Fields isn't going to beat out Wilson or replace him in season unless Wilson implodes, and it's difficult to imagine that will happen. However, that doesn't mean Fields' acquisition or role as the backup quarterback aren't important. To me, Fields is playing or practicing for 2025 and the down the road. Sure, he has to work on his fundamentals, but the talent is undeniable, especially his legs and his arm strength. He can be the Steelers' future franchise quarterback even if he doesn't play a down this season. QB Kyle Allen. Allen is a solid emergency guy with experience. He has 19 career starts but only 6 over the last 4 years. He is what he is, a cheap insurance policy. QB John Rhys Plumlee. Plumlee played quarterback, receiver, and center field in baseball in college, which tells you he's an athlete. With the Steelers historically keeping 3 quarterbacks on the 53-man, his chances of getting much of any action in training camp, let alone making the team, aren't good. In the latest episode of Hard Knocks, off-season with the New York Giants, HBO captured the dynamics of a player-team conversation. The cameras followed general manager Joe Schoen as he presented a plan to persuade star running back Saquon Barkley to re-sign with the team for a reduced salary. Schoen outlined his pitch to assistant general manager Brandon Brown as, "Hey, here is our price. You want your name up here forever? 2 more years, you're in the Ring of Honor, or you want $1 million more to go somewhere else?" The actual conversation with Barkley went down like this, after some pleasantries. "Just mulling over this, the right thing to do is let you test the market to see what your value is. I don't want to do the franchise thing or all that stuff again. I don't want to go through that. We've both been through that. If you really want to be a Giant for life and you're interested in coming back, see what your market is and have a come back to us, and we'll see if we can come to an agreement." All right, I appreciate that. That sound good? Yep. Can you give me your word on that, or are you not going to give us a chance? What do you mean, like circling back? Yeah. I mean, I already told you where I want to be, so... They wrapped up the conversations, and 8 days later, at the start of the free agent negotiating window, Barkley signed a 3-year, $37.75 million deal with $26 million guaranteed to join the rival Philadelphia Eagles. Guess we'll find out in future episodes if the Giants ever got their chance to match. Or not. To be fair, the Eagles' offer was more than the Giants ever offered, and more than Schoen even seemed to anticipate based on his comments on the first Hard Knocks episode. And now Barkley, after the Giants tried to tug at his heartstrings and sell him on being a legend alongside the franchise's all-time greats, is playing for their division rival. Schoen admitted in his previous phone call with Barry, which was also shown in the episode, that he was worried about making an offer prior to free agency that would then leave Barkley feeling disrespected. That conversation between general manager and agent basically ended with Barry asking Schoen bluntly, "When you're in your room at night when you're by yourself, are you like, I wouldn't mind if this kid bounced?" It goes to show just how tricky these negotiations can be at times. The Giants and Barkley had been negotiating for several years, but really, it just seemed like Schoen and the organization were ready to move on and reallocate their resources, which is fine. It's just awkward seeing both sides dance around the obvious in these conversations. "I think he can still play, but you have to get the value right," Schoen said to Barry. "You look at the data. The data is what it is." He was referring to running back production falling off at age 27. Barkley turned 27 in February. Not surprisingly, he's gone.